Y'all, it must be the week of karma because karma did its big one on Mr. Kevin Hunter because he just got dumped by his fiance. And it looks like Wendy might be behind this messy situation.
Plotative individual. I will plot on you. That's right.
But not only did Miss Sharina dump Kevin, but she is also suing him for child support. And it looks like she is out to ruin him. Wendy, of course, finds this situation hilarious because it is all working out as she planned. And she has been mocking Kevin and clowning him for his unfortunate turn of events. But has this all been a ploy by Miss Wendy to get Kevin back?
Pulled out my spray paint. And I spray painted Kevin and Wendy forever. And to this day, it still is forever.
So it looks like karma has been knocking on the Hunter's door. Mr. Kevin Hunter, that is, because karma is dealing with him hard. Things have turned upside down for him since he left Wendy Williams, and unfortunately, it looks like the situation is not getting better anytime soon. For a while, it kind of seemed like his life was going to be perfect because he was living the good life with his side piece Sharina, but now that things have gone sideways, well, Sharina was quick to dump him and move on with her life. Okay, so let's rewind and give y'all some backstory information in case you don't understand how messed up the situation is. For those of you who don't know, Kevin started messing around with Sharina while he was still married to Wendy. They started messing around in 2009, 10 years before Wendy filed for divorce, so it's not like Sharina was a one-night stand or anything. But throughout their affair, Kevin was super generous to Sharina and he spent a lot of money on her. Of course, it was all Wendy's money that he was spending on Sharina, but that's a story for another day. So not only was he spending Wendy's money on Sharina, but he was lavishing this money on her. He even bought her a house worth more than $700,000 that was very close to the one he lived with Wendy in, which was beyond disrespectful.
I read about it in the blogs and the tabloids, the address of this place that he had purchased to share with this backwoods 9 miles from my house in Livingston. And they're living the high life.
But that was somehow not the worst of it because he continued to spend a lot of Wendy's money on Sharina. He set up a big store for her in her native town of South Carolina, but the business ended up being a disappointment and it shut down after a couple months. But Kevin wasn't bothered by that because he then invested in an online clothing and jewelry store called Vish. And again, this business was a flop and ended up crashing after a while. Yep, you guessed it, that store was another failure. But yet again, Kevin was not ready to give up. He helped Sharina get certified as a realtor, but again, this didn't really work out either. And he then opened up a vegan company for her, which was the 5th company he was setting up for her. Oh, and let's not forget that he was also financially supporting her while he was setting up all these businesses. And again, this was all Wendy's money. So let's just say that Kevin was the best sugar daddy to Sharina and he did everything right. Now, Wendy knew all about the affair, but she decided to turn a blind eye to it and pretend like her marriage was perfect.
Now look, I'm a straight shooter, pow. All you gotta do is Google him and you see the story. You can believe what you want, but
she had an agreement with Kevin that he could do whatever he wanted with Sharina as long as he didn't get her pregnant. So Kevin and Sharina stuck with this agreement for 10 whole years until she got pregnant in 2019. And Wendy was broken by Kevin's betrayal and she struggled to figure out what to do because she still loved Kevin and didn't want to divorce him.
I would have just said, just leave. And I'm like, but I'm still in love. I don't know what to do. Like, are you serious with this? This is really going down. This is going down.
But she finally made up her mind to leave the marriage and put herself first. She filed for divorce, but not before she got her lick back at Kevin in a way that she knew would make it hurt. She got him fired from his job on the Wendy show on the very same day that she served him divorce papers.
I don't recommend that you work with your husband because I made him my manager, and then when I decided to divorce him, he had to be fired. In other words, I made him divorced and unemployed all in one day.
Now, one thing about Miss Wendy Williams is that she gonna be petty as F, and Kevin found this out in the messiest way possible. But just because Kevin was now unemployed didn't mean that he was broke, because he got the bank of Wendy to pay him a monthly alimony as a part of their divorce settlement. Now, we didn't know exactly how much Wendy paid him as alimony, but what we do know is that it was enough for him and Sharina to live off of, because neither one of them worked or even had a steady means of income. They were both completely dependent on Wendy's alimony, but what they didn't realize was that Wendy was not joking around when she made this statement.
I will plot on you. That's right, and that's why I'm...
So it turns out that Wendy had her lawyers include a clause in the alimony agreement that said that she no longer had to pay Kevin alimony if she no longer worked on the Wendy show. The clause said, if for any reason Wendy's contract with Talk WW is not renewed and or is otherwise suspended, canceled, or terminated, and Wendy does not have any other television show being aired and paying her an equivalent salary, defendant, aka Kevin, understands and agrees that all severance payment shall be subject to either termination or modification. So either Kevin and his lawyers somehow missed this very important clause, or they just didn't care because they didn't think that Wendy was going to leave the show since it paid her millions of dollars. But then the show got canceled in 2021 after she was away due to health issues, and Wendy stopped paying alimony. For some reason, this made Kevin so upset, and he went on a rant against her, saying Wendy was in rehab and these people just stopped depositing my money cold turkey. Now I'm demanding to see all the bank records from the time of the divorce until now, and that will show what really is going on. These people have tried to starve me out. At the end of the day, I earned that money and I'm not letting them take it. But this didn't work at all, because again, their agreement had a clause. So he then tried to appeal to Wendy, talking about how broke he was. He said, I have fallen behind on most of my bills. My life has been greatly affected since Wendy stopped making payments under our settlement agreement. The fact that I'm unable to sustain my life and pay my bills in order is extremely urgent to me. I cannot pay my bills and sustain my day-to-day living. But when that didn't work, he then took the case back to court, insisting that the court forced Wendy to pay him alimony. But as expected, the case was thrown out of court because the case was pretty weak to start with. He has since gone broke, because in addition to him having all the debt with his day-to-day life, he now owed lawyer fees. Y'all, things got so bad for him financially that he decided to put his house up for sale because it was the only thing he had left. And when I say only thing, I mean that literally, because Sharina dumped him as soon as she found out that he was a broke boy. Now, if Kevin even thought that she was going to be his ride or die, he was very wrong, because she took their daughter and dumped him like a hot potato. She was not about that broke lifestyle, especially not after she had gotten used to this lavish lifestyle he had been giving her since 2009. Their breakup was first reported in a blind item that said, somewhere out there, a talk show host is having a great laugh. Her serial cheating, serial stealing ex broke up with his mistress. She was spending too much of his ill-gotten gains. So sources also confirmed that Sharina had left Kevin and moved back with her mom.
Now, I am hearing that her ex-husband Kevin and Sharina are no longer together, and you know what that is.
Well, come on now.
The money gone.
What you thought was gonna happen?
The money is gone.
Now, if you think that this is wild, just wait until you hear what Sharina did next. Not long after she dumped Kevin, she took him to court to get him to pay her child support. According to an insider, Sharina has no intentions of being the sole provider for their daughter Journey. Again, we don't know how much Sharina is asking for, but the insider revealed that she is asking for thousands of dollars, even though she knows Kevin can't afford it. Sharina claims that she didn't sign up to live a broke life with Kevin, so she is not required to stick beside him. She doesn't care how he gets the child support. All she knows is that she is going to cause a lot of trouble for him if he doesn't give her what she thinks she's owed. So y'all, it looks like Miss Wendy Williams has gotten the last laugh in this messy situation, and a source revealed that she is enjoying the drama going on between Kevin and Sharina. She thinks that karma is finally having its way with Kevin, and she can't wait to see how this entire entire situation plays out because she knows that it's going to be chaos. She has allegedly been mocking Kevin to people in her inner circle, and she has zero pity for him because she thinks he deserves it after the way he treated her and did her dirty. And the streets have been talking, and there is zero fans that feel sorry for Kevin because they think he is suffering from the consequences of his actions, and they left comments saying, "I don't feel bad for him or the mistress. They don't give a dang about Wendy, so all well for them. I hope Wendy heals physically and spiritually." Kevin gave zero cares about the health and well-being of Wendy at her lowest point. He was only concerned about his alimony being cut off. This is disgusting and inhumane. I hope Kevin will one day know what it's like to use an EBT card and government health care. And how do you collect child support from an unemployed individual? But I need to know what y'all think about all of this. Do you think that Kevin deserves everything that's happening to him? Or do you think that karma is going into overdrive with him? Drop your thoughts and comments below and then check out this next video.